Good afternoon, dear students. Last class we learnt about how the poverty as seen by social scientists. We had a discussion on that in the previous class, and also we learnt about social exclusion and as well as vulnerability also. Today's class we are going to discuss about poverty line. Poverty line. See, at the center of the discussion on poverty is usually the concept of the poverty line. The concept of the poverty line. See, a common method used to measure poverty that is based on the income. So, it is one of the common method to measure the poverty. So, usually, how, dear students, a common method which was used to measure poverty is that is completely based on the income or consumption levels. So income and consumption level. See, based on income and based on consumption levels, so poverty line is going to be measured. Is it clear now? So the poverty line is going to be measured on the basis of income or consumption levels. See, a person is considered poor if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level. Understood? So if it falls below minimum level. Getting these students. See, a person is considered poor. If we are going to consider any person as poor, if his or her income or consumption level falls below a given minimum level. So based on that, we are going to be considered the person whether he or she as a poor. See, it is actually we are considering the minimum level that's necessary to fulfill basic needs. Necessary to fulfill basic needs. So actually that is different at different times and in a different countries. So I told that very clearly. It is about actually minimum level, then necessary to fulfill basic needs. Understood? So what is necessary to satisfy basic needs? ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ಅವ್ರ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಡ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಥವಾ ಅದು ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಏನು ಫುಲ್ಫಿಲ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಆಲ್ ದೀಸ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಟೈಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಈವನ್ ಇನ್ ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೀಸ್. ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಂಟ್ರಿಗಳಲ್ಲೂ ಒಂದೇ ಆದ ಮಾನದಂಡವನ್ನು ಬಳಸ್ತಾರ ಅಂತಿಲ್ಲ. ಇಟ್ ಮೇ different at different times at even in a different countries also. So therefore poverty line may be vary with time and place. The poverty line, so that's why vary with time and place. That is depend upon the time and that is depend upon the place also, and it may vary according to the time and place also. Got it, dear students? So it may vary at a different time and as well as even in a different countries or places also. So that's what, dear students. So poverty line may vary with the time and place. Vary with the time and place. See, each country uses an imaginary line that is considered appropriate for its existing level of development and its accepted minimum social norms. So, for example, dear students, a person not having a car in the United States may be considered as a poor. So, US ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಒಬ್ಬನ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಸೊ ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವು ಪುವರ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಬಟ್ ಇನ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ ಓನಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಎ ಕಾರ್ ಇಸ್ ಸ್ಟಿಲ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ಅ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ. ಬಟ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಬಿ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್ ರಿಚ್ ಒನ್. ಅವ್ರ ಹತ್ರ ಕಾರ್ ಇದೆಯಪ್ಪ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ದ ಸೇಮ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೆರಿಕಾ, ನೋ, ಅವ್ರ ಕಾರ್ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಬಡವರು, ನಮ್ಮಲ್ಲಿ ಕಾರ್ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ that is one of the luxurious one in our country. That is about owning of a car. But if you are settled in America, if you are do not own or ನಿಮ್ಮ own car ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ you are considered as a poor. Then that shows that the poverty line, it may varied at a different times at a different place or countries. See, while determining the poverty line in our country, a minimum level of food requirement, clothing, footwear, fuel and light, educational and medical requirement, so and so things actually we are going to consider. So, while determining the poverty in our country, so actually what we are going to consider, no, a minimum level of food, whether the minimum level of food requirement is available or not, and even the clothing also, footwear, fair and light, educational and medical facilities. See, these are determined for subsistence. See, these are all actually determined for subsistence. These are all essential. ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫುಡ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕ್ಲಾತ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಅಥವಾ ಫುಟ್ವೇರ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಫೇಲ್ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಎಜುಕೇಶನ್, ಮೆಡಿಕಲ್, ಇವು ಯಾವುದು ಸಹ ಲಕ್ಸುರಿ ಅಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ. ದೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಆಲ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಬೇಸಿಕ್ ನೀಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನ್. ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈಡ್ ಬೈ ದೇರ್ ಪ್ರೈಸಸ್ ಇನ್ ರುಪೀಸ್. ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ನೌ? ಸೊ ದೀಸ್ ಆಲ್ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಕ್ವಾಂಟಿಟೀಸ್ ಆರ್ These are all physical quantities are multiplied by their prices in rupees. The present formula for food requirement while estimating the poverty line, that is based on the desired caloric requirement. So ಹಾಗಿದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಆಹಾರದ ವಿಚಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಾಗ ಸರ್ಟೈನ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರೀಸ್ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದಾಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲೋರಿ ಫುಡ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಅದು the minimum requirement of food anta helbeku andaga ಎಷ್ಟು, it's actually the we are going to calculate the food through the calories. See, for example, food items such as cereals, pulses, vegetables, understood, even the milk, oil, sugar, etc., etc. See, together provide these needed calories. ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿದ್ರೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳ ಹಣ್ಣು ಹಂಪಲು ತರಕಾರಿ ಎಣ್ಣೆ ಅಥವಾ ಧಾನ್ಯಗಳು ಇವೆಲ್ಲವನ್ನು ಸೇರಿ ಹಾಲು ಸಕ್ಕರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ಒಬ್ಬ ಆರೋಗ್ಯವಂತ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಮಾಣದ ಆಹಾರ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥದ್ದು, ಎಷ್ಟು ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ. See, dear students, the caloric needs vary depending on age, sex and type of work that a person does. ಸೊ ಚಿಕ್ಕ ಮಗುಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಹಾರದ ಪ್ರಮಾಣನೇ ಬೇರೆ, ಬೆಳೀತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಮಗುಗೆ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಆಹಾರದ ಪ್ರಮಾಣನೇ ಬೇರೆ, ಹಾಗೆ ವಯಸ್ಕರದ್ದು ಬೇರೆ, ಓಲ್ಡ್ ಏಜ್ ಆಗಿರೋರಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ. ಸೊ ಹಿಯರ್ ಆಕ್ಚುಲಿ ದ ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿ that needs varied ಡಿಪೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಏಜ್. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ವಯಸ್ಸಿನ ಮಕ್ಕಳಿಗೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಪ್ರಮಾಣದ ಆಹಾರ ಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. and also sex, whether male or female. So usually allu sah difference irutte magla. So based on age, I mean the calorie needs completely depend on age and sex and the type of work that a person does. ಆ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಎಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಸಹ ಆಹಾರದ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ದ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ಹೂ ಇಸ್ ವರ್ಕಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ ಎ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್, since morning to evening he may require heavy food. The person who is sitting in a ITBT office inside the room, front of the system, he may require less quantity of the food, less calories of the food. So that shows that it is very clear the calorie needs vary. That's depending on age, sex, and even that's depend on the type of work that a person does. ಎಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಸಹ ಕೆಲಸದ ಆಧಾರಿತವಾದಂತಹ ದೈಹಿಕ ಶ್ರಮ ಇದೆಯಾ, ಮಾನಸಿಕ ಶ್ರಮ ಹೆಚ್ಚಬೇಕಾಗಿರುತ್ತಾ, ಇವೆಲ್ಲವುಗಳ ಆಧಾರದ ಮೇಲೆ ಆಹಾರದ ಕ್ಯಾಲರಿಯನ್ನ ಪ್ರಮಾಣವನ್ನ ನಿರ್ಧಾರ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. See, the accepted average calorie requirement in our country, so that is 2400 calories per person per day in rural areas. See, dear students, even it's depend upon the area also. I mean, depend upon the place also where the person is living, he or she. Whether the person living in a rural area, whether the person living in a urban areas. So here in India, so it requires 2400 calories. 2400 calories food. Yarik makla idu 2400 calories. This is actually per person per day. Per person per day in rural areas. Per person per day rural area. So who are in rural areas? So they require, it is about 2400 calories food is required per day who are living in the rural areas. And what about urban areas? See, 2100 calories per person per day required for urban people. 2100 calories. 2100 calories per person per day is required for urban people ಅಥವಾ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸ ಆಗಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಪರ್ ಡೇ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 2100 calories food is required. See, this is one, imagine, I mean the example, not imagine, this is the example. Even it may vary. Some person may be required more than 2400 calories, and here some persons they may require 2100 calories, less than 2100 or more than 2100. So it is clearly depend on age, sex, and even so what type of work that a person does. Got it, dear students? See, since people living in rural areas, that we all of knows that they are all engaged themselves in more physical work. ಯಾರು ಹಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ ವಾಸವಾಗಿದ್ದಾರಲ್ಲ ಮಕ್ಕಳ, the most of the village people, the most of the rural areas people, so they were all actually engaged themselves in more physical work. So calorie requirements in rural areas are considered to be higher than urban areas, because the most of the people, those who are living in urban areas, so they may not that much of working by using their physical, or they are not working under the physical sectors. ಗೆಟಿಂಗ್ ಡಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸೊ ಆ ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತೊಡಗಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಕ್ಕಂಥ ಸಂಖ್ಯೆ ಬಹುಶಃ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ರೂರಲ್ ಏರಿಯಾದವ್ರಿಗೆ ಕಂಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಬಹಳ ಕಡಿಮೆನೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಆನ್ ದ ಬೇಸಿಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಷನ್ for the year 2011 and 12, for the year 2011 and 12, so actually it is about the data of the 2011 and 12. The poverty line for a person was fixed at 816 rupees per month for rural areas and 1000 rupees for the urban areas. Understood, dear students? So the poverty line for a person was fixed according to 2011 and 12 calculation. Understood? So the poverty line for a person was fixed 816 rupees for rural per month and 1000 rupees for urban per month. ಸೊ ಯಾರ ವಾರ್ಷಿಕ ಆದಾಯ 816 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಹಳ್ಳಿನಲ್ಲಿ, ಮತ್ತೆ 1000 ರೂಪಾಯಿಗಿಂತ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅರ್ಬನ್ ಅಥವಾ ನಗರ ಪ್ರದೇಶಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕ್ರೈಬ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ poor people according to 2011 and 12 calculation. See, despite less calorie requirement, the higher amount for urban areas has been fixed because of high prices of many essential products in urban centers. We know, dear students, the life cost in urban area, it is so high and heavy, and many of the prices in urban areas, especially it's including the essential products, that is also so high prices. Understood? So in this way, in the year 2011 and 12, so it was calculated. A family of 5 members living in a rural areas and earning less than about 4080 rupees per month will be below the poverty line. So the family of 5 members living in rural areas and earning less than about 4080 rupees per month will be below the poverty line. Got it, dear students? And a similar family in the urban areas, a similar family in the urban areas would need a minimum of 5000 rupees per month to meet their basic requirements. To meet their basic requirements, it's a minimum, at least they required 5000 rupees per month. See, the poverty line is estimated periodically. So normally every 5 years once actually the poverty line is going to be estimated. So the poverty line is estimated periodically, that is about every 5 years once, by conducting sample surveys. How they are so by conducting some sample surveys, they are going to be estimated every 5 years once. Understood? That is about the estimate of the poverty line. See, these surveys are actually carried out by National Sample Survey Organization, which is called as NSSO. NSSO. That means National NSSO means National Sample Survey Organization. National Sample Survey Organization. Getting dear students, the full form of NSSO. That means National Sample Survey Organization. See, these the sample surveys are carried out by the NSSO, that is National Sample Survey Organizations. So, however, for making comparison between developing countries, so many international organizations, we often knows that World Bank that use a uniform standard for the poverty line and even the minimum availability of the equivalent of $1 per person per day. So there are so many other the international organizations also like the World Bank. So they are also actually estimate the poverty line. See, just you can imagine dear students. See, I already told that the poverty line is estimated at different times and in a different countries in a different way. It's actually completely vary with the time and place also. Then I had given the example to understand this. Now let us know more about the poverty estimates. So look your textbook, page number 33. There is the table 3.1. So there actually there is the 3 years calculation. I mean 1993, 94, and then 2004 and 5, and then 2011 and 12. So these are actually the sources by Economic Survey 2013 and 14, a Ministry of Finance, Government of India. So in that estimates of poverty in India that shows very clearly rural areas, urban areas, and then total. See, it is the clear one that there is a substantial decline in poverty rations in India, that is about 45% in 93-94 to 97.2% in 2004 and 5. See, the proportion of people below poverty line further came down to about 21.9% in 2011 and 12. See, if the trend continues in the same, people below poverty line may come down to less than 20% in the next few years. Getting these students. So, although the percentage of people living under poverty line, the decline in the earlier 2 decades, that is 1973 to 1993. The number of poor declined from 407.1 million to in 2004 and 5 to 269.3 million in 2011 and 12 with an average annual decline of 2.2 percentage points during 2004-5 to 2011 and 12. Getting dear students. So if you go through the table, then we clearly understood about. So now the day by day the poverty line is a decline in our country. So actually which is the good sign which shows that the economic development of our country. Getting dear students. Now the next class we are going to discuss about vulnerable groups. Vulnerable groups and their contribution and how what and about their income and all we are going to discuss in the next class. Thank you. Have a nice day.